Alright guys, we're back. We got our shower beer here. I'm not sure if I showed this one yet. I probably have. But this is from Burial Beer Co. And this is the one that Jack ordered, and I tacked on a few things to his order, and then he brought them up to me. Sometimes you gotta like wheel and deal with craft beer because shipping out of state is somewhat new, direct to consumer. So anyways, this one's called To Streak Blood Across My Brow Double IPA, and I'll give you guys a look at the label there. It's got like a fox covered in rose petals above a lake and a mountain with smoke rolling. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But Burial has great art and they have great beer. So this one says, the chuckling, endless insanity of an appetite for utter disaster paves the path to unrelenting purity, double dry hopped with Galaxy hops all day. And Galaxy is a New Zealand hop, and it's a banger. It's one of those hype hops that are just really good. And so this one, I enjoyed it in the shower. Still got some left. Huge fruit flavors washing over me. This is a good one. I really enjoyed this one. Alright, let's get into the shave. We are using a sample from Shave326. You can see that right there. Got the soap right there. This one is quite literally called Shave326. Is one of the Sebum customs. Ken actually took the plunge to make a custom scent at a very high price, in my opinion. You know, price is subjective, but he took the plunge to make a custom scent. So he had multiple fragrance oils sent to him. He tested, he, concocted fragrances, trial and error, until he found a blend that he liked. Let's get moving on the shave and we'll continue talking about it. But we got a decent looking lather here. It's got a nice shine to it. It's definitely hydrated. And we got some volume as well. And that's my beautiful Lancaster Razorworks bowl right there. A staple of my everyday shaves, as I say. And then we're using the good old Leaf Lads brush, which is a kind of a small group brush that doesned really exist, but it was like a one-off. A few of us tobacco scent lovers decided to make a cigar themed brush, and this one was a Moon Soaps brush, which of course is made by Kent Designs, and I put an AP Shave Co. Cashmere synthetic knot on it. And I'll just wet the face and we'll get into this. Never used Sebum before, quite honestly. It's been outside of my price range, and you can argue value to me all day long. And I might even agree with you that, looking at shaving soap from a price per ounce standpoint is skewed and wrong. You should be looking at a price per shave viewpoint, and you can argue with me that all day long about that. And I might even agree with you and see your viewpoint. You know what I mean? And you might even change my mind, and I agree with you 100%. But some things are still just too expensive to buy all at once. There's just something inside you that sometimes it's like, I can do a lot, but I can't do that. You know what I mean? And high dollar software is just one of those things where I struggle, man. Pana Crema Nuevia is fucking fantastic. It's honestly one of my favorite soap. And it's like $45 at the razor company. and I fucking struggle paying that. Even with gift cards from Content Made, I struggle to throw that down. You know, it's like 2.5 or 2.25 videos made for the razor company before I can have enough gift cards to buy one Pena Crema Nuevia soap. And I fucking love that soap. Like, I love it, and I struggle to throw down that amount of money on a soap that it's just soap, you know, it's just software. It's fragile, like things could go wrong. It could, you know, I don't even like things that never come into mind with budget soaps come into mind with high price point soaps. Like, what if the fragrance dies out before I use it all? Like, on a soap that I spent $20 for, that doesn't even cross my mind. On a soap that I would spend, you know, $100+, that shit crosses my mind. Like, I have a lot of soap that I've only used once and probably will never use again. That kind of shit crosses my mind, you know. And with high price point soaps, it's like you gotta fucking think about everything. Like, no stone can go unturned. Gonna be using the Schick Easy Rider today with, it looks like a supply injector blade. Before I get to shaving, I'll just kind of show you a close-up. Not the densest soap by any stretch of the imagination. It came together nicely. At first, I put a damp synthetic brush to the bowl, not sopping wet. I did bowl bloom, but there wasn't an excess of water sitting on top of it. It actually absorbed in the soap to where there was nothing sloshing around at the point of lathering. And I started off with a, you know, ringed out, damp synthetic knot. I got to lathering and the soap quickly coagulated. And I use that word because as I agitated the soap bowl, it's almost like the soap kind of gathered in the middle and got into like this gummy, stringy consistency, like chewed gum, you know? And no worries, I've seen this before in other soap bases. I can't remember them off the top of my mind, but I have seen this sort of consistency before, so no worries. Keep adding water gradually and, you know, see what happens. So that's exactly what I did, and sure enough, slowly but surely, a lather started forming. I kept adding water slowly but surely, and volume started building. One thing I noticed though was in order to get a decent amount of volume, I kind of sacrificed density, because at one point it looked like it had decent density. Like at no point did it look like it had high density, but at some point early on it looked like it had, you know, medium density, which isn't bad. Like that, you know, industry standard is medium density. But there was little to no volume made. Like, I would have got like one pass out of that. So I kept adding water, and the volume began to grow and grow and grow, but that density obviously became washed out, like I showed you. So there was kind of a point of diminishing returns with this lather. Now, caveat, as per always, when it's a first use of a product, there is subject to improve down the line. The only problem is I have a limited amount of sebum, and I won't be buying more, like, quite frankly. I enjoy this scent. I think it's a nice scent. And even if it was a fucking grand scent that became my new favorite, I'd be hard pressed to buy a whole puck of sebum. And there's no hate whatsoever against the sebum dude. I don't know. I don't know the guy. So, no hate whatsoever against, I think his name's Rick, but I could be wrong. But no hate. I don't know the guy. His products are known to be very, very, very high quality ingredients and packaging and the whole 9 yards, but very often I hear that the soap is lackluster. Now, I think they mean lackluster in terms of price per what you're getting. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking price per ounce or price per shave, like price per performance. You know what I mean? I think that's where people's gripe is like price per performance. They're kind of the ones that have invested, you know what I mean? The ones that haven't invested they're obviously just looking at the price. Initial investment. That's me. I can't do it. Like, I can't, in good moral standing, I can't do it. And I know people will say you have 400 soaps. You can afford sebum. I can afford sebum, but something inside of me, like, internally there is a line that has been drawn in the sand. You know what I mean? It's fucking expensive, man. And it's just soap. And in the back of your mind, or even the front of your mind, price per performance, I could get something better than this for cheaper. Yeah, I mean, it's almost foolish to pay for it. And I love you, Ken. I'm not knocking you in any way, shape, or form. Even though I am kind of dancing around some of Ken's ideologies. And I'm not necessarily agreeing with them, at least in the way that I'm speaking. So Ken actually sent me this sample. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet. I've been on a free-flowing, like, shit's just spilling out of my mouth, you know what I mean? Ken sent me this sample, so thank you very much for sending me this sample and the brush handle and the other sebum sample. I do appreciate it very much. I would have never been able to try sebum otherwise. And I'm always happy to show love and support to my fellow degenerates. So, where was I? Anyways, I have an internal line drawn that it's hard for me to cross over that line. And it might sound silly because I'm in the very deep end of the rabbit hole and I've spent so much over the years. And you would think I would have the dopest collection in all of wet shaving, you know, how long that I've been doing this. But I don't. I have limits. I have limits. And I know I'm not alone. Oh, sorry about the air conditioner. Sebum hasn't been drying out too much. I've learned to point the air conditioner down so that's not aiming at my face. It's just too hot to not have the air conditioner, so sorry if the buzzing of the AC has been annoying you. If it's an issue, let me know. If it's not an issue, let me know. If it's an issue, I might suck it up. I might not. Who knows? We'll see. But anyways, it was a good soap. Like, you know, it gave me everything I needed. It had good slickness. The density was kind of sketch. Just being honest. The density was kind of on the lower end. At least when I got it fully hydrated, the density was on the lower end. Low density, kind of medium-high structure. It has residual slickness, but it's nothing impressive. So, I don't know. From a price per performance standpoint, I would never buy this. Now you might make the argument, price per shave, it's worth it. You know what I mean? Or at least at a price per shave standpoint, it's not so bad. I don't have a full puck. I'll never be able to make a comment on that. But people could probably argue that do own a full puck of sebum. So, and you're paying for other things. Like, it has very nice packaging. The whole sebum experience with all the skin food stuff that's really been thought out and researched and developed, you know, like, there's a price tag associated with that. I get it. You're paying for the whole sebum experience, and I get that. But I'll just never be the one to do it. I'll never be the one to do it. So, that being said, I did have a good shave. This little blood spot, I caught a blemish. It's no dig against the soap, no dig against the razor. I just ran over a blemish. It's no big deal. I didn't talk too much of the scent. Most of my viewers, I feel like, stay till the end anyways. I don't have a ton of viewers, but the ones I have are dedicated. I hope you'll forgive me for going on a rant before I talked about the scent. The scent is inspired by Yuzu Rose Patchouli from Chatillon Luxe. And Ken took his own spin and direction off of that. I don't know the scent notes to the T, but I'll tell you, I can see the resemblance between the two. Not a dead ringer, but that fresh, clean rose. It's not a dark, dirty, musty rose, and it's not overly floral. It's almost like equal parts, like a third, a third, a third. So I get a fresh, clean rose, which I hate rose, but this ain't so bad. And Yuzu Rose Patchouli ain't so bad either. I enjoy this scent. I enjoy Yuzu Rose Patchouli, but I would never buy a full puck of these scents. They're nice. I think other people would absolutely love them. But since I hate rose as passionately as I do, I cannot justify. I cannot pay for a rose scent. I hate it too much. Anyways, we are gonna finish this shave, which was a very good shave, with First Line Shave's Dapper Man. This is a cologne dupe of Amouage's Beach Hut Man. We got a nice quality restrictor there. We're gonna pour out of the back of the bottle as to not do any harm to the label. It's a waterproof label, but good habits are hard to break, as are bad habits. And we're going to finish this off with another fantastic scent and a really badass aftershave base. Absolutely love the First Line Shave aftershaves. So, that was a good one. I mean, all in all, I think I had a good rant. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, as always, for supporting me. Thanks, Ken, for sending the samples along and the brush handle. I think you did a great job, honestly, on the soaps and on the brush handle. I think you did a good job. So, thanks, guys, for watching. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.